Hi Central Valley, I'm Lauren Wallace and we're heading to the mountains today. Above Huntington Lake, past Kaiser Peak and close to Mono Hot Springs is a quiet trail with 2 lakes. Let's go ahead and hit the road so we can make the trek to Doris and Tule lakes. Took Highway 168 up past Huntington Lake, and then we took Kaiser Pass Road, and it's about an hour's worth of a windy mountain drive. There are some parts of this road which are 1 lane with steep drop-offs, and that does deter a lot of people from coming up here. But if you think you can handle the drive, this is an area that is definitely worth checking out. Keep in mind that according to Section 7 of the California Driver's Handbook, if 2 vehicles meet on a steep, narrow road and neither vehicle can pass, the vehicle facing uphill has the right of way. The vehicle facing downhill has more control when backing up the hill. The vehicle facing downhill should back up until the vehicle going uphill can pass. We drove through Mono Hot Springs Resort and turned right just before we got to the campground. There is a small sign that says Doris Tule Lake. We actually pulled off and parked not long after turning onto this road because it does get a bit rough, especially as it starts to go uphill. I probably wouldn't recommend taking a car unless you have high clearance and 4-wheel drive. We're actually going to start our hike right here and hike up to the actual trailhead. Once you leave the actual parking area, you will be walking up a steep and sandy hill toward this empty info board. Today's hike is going to be about 3 miles round trip and will gain about 500 feet in elevation, but that's from the actual parking lot. Since we started before then, parking below the actual parking lot, our hike will be closer to 3.5 miles and will gain about 550 feet in elevation. And just beyond that info board, we do have the sign saying that we are entering Ansel Adams Wilderness. I have one more thing to note about this trail is that at times it becomes very rocky. You may even have to put your hands down here and there to do a little bit of scrambling. Make sure that you take your time and you're very careful. It could be very easy to roll your ankles on this trail. We're about a 1/4 of a mile in and we've reached this sign. We're going to keep going straight here to head to Doris Lake. Notice that if you were to go left here, you can still get to Tule Lake, but you would bypass Doris Lake. About a mile in and we've reached our first lake, Doris Lake. It is spring fed and supposedly it's not quite as cold as other Sierra lakes, but we're not going to test that out today. Don't forget to bring your swimming suit if you are here on a hot day and you'd like to go for a swim. From Doris Lake and we've reached another trail intersection. Remember that trail earlier that we said would bypass Doris Lake? Well, this is it. If we were to go left here, that would loop us back to our car. Of course, we want to keep going, so we're going to head straight across here. There is a sign that says Tule Lake, so we'll head this way. About 3/4 of a mile past that last turnoff, we reached Tule Lake, and it is gorgeous. You do have to walk around it a little bit and explore until you find a place where you can get access if you do want to go swimming, as there's a lot of Tule, go figure. We are going to stick around here for a little bit and have a snack and enjoy the view, so make sure that you go to yourcentralvalley.com and click the On the Trail section, and you can find many more hikes to explore. Until then, I'm Lauren Wallace, and I'll see you on the trail.